Hello Cancers, welcome to your spring equinox reading, your greatest concern. We're going to be using a couple of decks for this reading. I'm going to be pulling an oracle card first from the Enchanted Magic Oracle deck by Colette Barn Reed to point us to, or visualize where you currently are in your timeline starting off this spring season and what your greatest concern is. We're going to pull two cartomancy cards. If you resonate with those two, then more than likely the rest of the reading will resonate with you, but keep in mind it's general. Then we're going to pull 5 cards from the tarot to get some future detail insights, events, and how the situation that is concerning you the most will play out over the next 3 months. And then we're going to pull a wild offering oracle card to see what message comes from that. The deck is very good in showing you what you need to release to the divine, rather than holding on to feeling you need to control everything. So let's see what we have for you, Cancers. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If your Cancer, if your sun sign does not address what is your greatest concern, check your other signs. They may address it. Even if it does, your other signs may address other concerns that you may have. We don't just have one concern, but there are some that do take precedence. So that's what this reading is about. Let's get into what your oracle card says about where you are currently. Okay, so we have Compass. Compass is about looking up, pointing your compass north, moving forward, not backwards. Definitely taking a sense of trusting your own inner compass as far as where you're going, feeling like you know you have that direction within you, as well being connected to the divine in the sense, and just kind of all that's going on, where you feel like you know where your direction is, not taking into account others' opinions about where you need to be going or what you need to be doing, but trusting that inner compass about where you are going. So some of you definitely do have your own sense of direction. There could be some travel that some of you want to do, or some other type of movement or direction in your life, even if it's not physical travel. There's some type of expansion of even your understanding or your mind. Or some of you, I feel I'm getting a sense of getting into a particular, being fixated on a particular area of study, or new a field, or just something where you're gaining more knowledge and understanding about something that you haven't known before. I feel like for some of you, that will be coming up, or it's kind of already in your mind frame, like I really want to explore this subject. I really want to explore this. You feel like it may help you along in your journey in the future, and your need to continue moving forward in your path. So Compass is a very powerful card. It gives you that sense of direction internally. So see what your greatest concern is. Okay. I get a sense for some of you with this compass and moving forward and having a direction, there may be a part of yourself that you're ready to shed, ready to let go of, but in a way that is positive. For some of you, I feel it's a sense of letting go of an emotional attachment. Also for some of you, settling some, could be grievances with a mother figure or mother energy, or even be a relationship, could be a friendship with a female, or otherwise. It doesn't necessarily have to be female because it's the queen, but the cards do hold a lot of those traditional kind of energies as far as feminine. So I feel for some of you, you're ready to settle something with a mother figure, or settle something with a friend. For some of you, you may be ready to end a friendship that maybe you feel has been draining you emotionally, and you feeling like you're pointing your direction in an area where it will kind of relieve you of pressure, or relieve you of someone else's pessimism. If someone's been very pessimistic or just not going in the same direction that you are, you're kind of ready to put an end to those relationships that may be feeling like you have felt like a wet blanket for you. So for some of you also though may be concerned that this new direction that you're going in will lead to endings, meaning there may be people in your life that don't understand the direction that you're choosing to go into. Does that mean that you're going to be saying goodbye to some people? Will this change how people relate to you, see you, how they feel about you, even in the direction that you're choosing to go into? So for some of you, that is your greatest concern. Now, some of you, I feel, in with the compass energy, you may be considering having some type of assistance or gaining some type of assistance in resolving any past emotional issues. And this could be going into therapy, feeling like you need to or want to, or maybe needing that assistance in some type of transition. Because I'm getting transitional energy here, but I'm feeling like, again, that some of you just may be pulled in a direction that is very different from what you've surrounded yourself with thus far. If it's not a group of people, it's at least one person. And this person either feeling disappointed, or again, it causing a disconnect based on where you're going in your direction. Okay. And some of you may be wanting to move on from a relationship, putting an end to it again. It just could be feeling emotionally toxic to you, or has been. And so this is your point in time where you will have to be trusting your intuition as far as is the timing right for you to make that move, make that step. Let's see what the cards say here. So we have Malika Cups, again, Queen of Cups, Four of Wands, Five of Cups, Six of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. Okay, so there's something bittersweet about some direction that you are going into. Again, what you're going to be leaving behind. Could be your comfort zone, could be stepping outside of your comfort zone, but there is a sign of success with going into a new direction. I'm also getting a sense too that there will be this sense of, I want to say, replacing people, because you can't replace people, but there will be this influx of new kind of admirers, new friends, new communication kind of coming in. There also may be some time for someone to come around to the direction that you're going in. There may be a sense of you will have to show more than talk about what it is that you're doing. There may be a sense that you need to maybe keep some things to yourself until those moves are made, so that you do not have any kind of Debbie Downers or people who kind of doubt or can kind of put in. I get a sense of someone being worried about you or taking some concern, but then they may be overly concerned about the direction that you take in your life. But I feel that you feel this is something that you feel like it needs to change, and this is an emotional change. So this Five of Cups energy coming in here. So I feel for some of you are getting ready to stretch yourself in a way. It could have some to do with some type of public recognition. It could have something to do with like internet. This is some of you too kind of getting over your feelings, putting your feelings aside, and really kind of getting into your mind frame of following your heart, following your intuition. I do get a sense that some of you just kind of need to kind of follow your heart and go for what your intuition is telling you as far as where you should be going in a direction. also get a sense too, some of you are going to be maybe leaving a family environment, or leaving home that you would, of course, if your mother, you still have your mother in your life, kind of leaving that sense of being under that care and nurturing, to going out on your own. But I feel like there's a lot of supportive energy in you doing this as well. On one hand, there may be this sense of maybe your mother lacks faith, or again, someone else lacks faith, that you can kind of do it on your own. But there's a sense of you having some type of victory over kind of moving out and starting off on your own. And things will kind of move in quickly. I feel that you will feel very inspired. So some of you too, leaving a relationship, needing to leave a relationship, if it's not a family kind of matter, if it's a relationship matter, I feel for some of you, this may be even, well, 10 is almost kind of like that kind of final energy here. It may hurt you to leave a relationship, it's what you know, but at the same time, there's something here that's ready to meet you that is greater. So for some of you, that intuition, that feeling that you're outgrowing someone, I feel like that's what it is. For some of you, you feel like you're outgrowing a situation, you're outgrowing a circle, or again, you're outgrowing some stage of your life. And even though there's something kind of bittersweet about that, there is the drive and your passion towards something is greater. And so there's something here where you're going to be kind of putting your emotions aside and answering that call, and feeding that fire that you feel within yourself to walk through a new door and go through a new path, even if it means that someone's not coming with you. It's something that you're going to be doing on your own. But I'm seeing that there's going to be supportive energy, and that you will accomplish what you set out to do, wherever you're setting out to do. Now, if this is a move requiring like a home move here, some of you, again, you may need that space. You may need to do it on your own because, maybe you're not satisfied with what your living situation is, and it doesn't even maybe have anything to do with the people. Well, it could be. It could be the community, or it could be the surroundings, just maybe feeling like you need that change. You may feel like you can flourish in an area that is different from where you are right now. So for some of you, within the next 3 months, there will be a focus on you making some type of move or travels, could be. And for some of you too, with something that you've been working on, it could be a labor of love, something that you, something creative as well. I feel if you're going to be bringing it to the forefront of say like social media or anything internet web-based in work or business, something where you're putting your creativity to work for you, I do get a sense that there will be some success with this, that you will be getting a lot of communication and good feedback from what it is that you're producing, what you've been ready to. So for some of you, I feel like this is kind of maybe a second time around type of thing, where you maybe felt like you failed in the past, but you're doing, all is not lost, and you realize that you still have the opportunity. So it's really, and for some of you, you do have to fill your own cup, because there could be, especially too, if there's been people around who have witnessed you not necessarily kind of fail, but not succeed in the past. There could be, not wanting to see you set yourself up for disappointment, but it's a sense of, again, you knowing where you're going and not listening to anything that is kind of stopping you. Again, if it's something where you have to kind of pull yourself up, on your own, or, be your own kind of cheerleader in a way. But I see that once you allow something to be seen, once you put it out there, once you show the work that you've done or what you have been working on, that there's this Eight of Wands energy, something's going to be taking off pretty quickly. Now, for some of you, I do feel like this is a step up in some type of career. So for some of you, there could be this sense of you might have a crisis in confidence about whether or not you can handle what this new position may be, even if you've wanted it. So I feel like for some of you, you will have to overcome your fears of walking into a new door, new space. You may be kind of leaving, again, what you're comfortable with, or even, even old workspace, and it's a new workspace that you're coming into. I feel like here this is showing that you're really going to shine in some type of new position, and that things will kind of move quickly, but also where you want to go is going to be coming in through you, walking into a new opportunity and going for it, and realizing that even if you don't have all the support that you need from others, there's something about, again, some people have to see it to believe it. So it's going to be like you're going to be showing, improving, and for some of you, not communicating, not telling where you're going, not telling your plans. This also could be a sign of the cards are saying that you could be or should be kind of keeping your cards to your chest this time. Maybe for some of you, if this is kind of a second go around where there's something that's nagging you as far, or has been nagging you, that again you've tried in the past, you didn't really succeed with it, but you're going for it again because you kind of can't let it go. Maybe you've had some time to revise and go back to the drawing board as far as your plan. There's something here that's successful about it, but it also would be kind of beneficial for you to maybe keep things a little bit closer to your chest while you build the foundation before you allow things to be seen. And then I feel like you will get a lot of again, support, admiration, and a feeling of like you've accomplished something in a good way, and that the struggle has been worth it. For some of you, I do feel like timing maybe had a lot to do with what didn't work in the past, but now this is kind of a new timing. And also kind of I feel like for some of you, there is like with what you're walking into, what you're leaving, really feeling emotionally attached to what you're leaving, whether it's a home base or again what your comfort zone is. I feel like even if this person, for some of you, I feel there is someone in your life that you do have like a good relationship, and they do love you and care about you. This could be a friend, this could be anybody, family, or someone like that. But I do feel like they have problems kind of expressing their joy or happiness for you. There might be like a twinge of jealousy for some of you, moving into a new direction, moving a little bit higher in a way. But deep inside, this person will be proud of you. They will be, but almost in a way that's like, wow, they really did do it. So don't take anyone's kind of pessimism to heart. People can only kind of, sometimes they project what their own limited beliefs are onto others around them, but that doesn't, what it's saying here is that you are going to succeed in what you do, even if you don't have all the support that you want here in the beginning. I do feel like there's a sense of time that someone needs to kind of get used to this new sense of where you're going or where you're pointing your compass. They may not be going with you, but at some point they may be coming around to see that you knew what you were doing. They just needed to kind of see it. So something is like, again, I need to see it to believe it here. Getting over any pain, getting over any hurts from the past, I feel, I do get a sense that you will, I get a sense that some of you will be getting over your hurt and pain by dating, and kind of getting a reassurance from someone else that you were not getting from your past partner about your worth and your value, valuing yourself, kind of putting it into thoughts that someone who, maybe put in your head that you need to kind of exercise. Again, if any of you are feeling like you maybe need to go to therapy or have some type of assistance in moving forward with this, I do feel like there will be a noticeable change or difference in you and your self-worth, how you see yourself, how you love yourself, and that's going to be attracting more suitors to you or potential suitors to you. So some of you, there's some popularity that's going to be coming in. Now I get to, for some of you, some of you may not all like all of the attention that you're getting, but there's a sense here, if you can And again, using your intuition, knowing who's for you and knowing who's not really for you. That's going to be kind of like your quest in going forward as far as any new connections that are going to be coming in, because I'm seeing for some of you, you're going to be presented with several over the next 3 months. Even through your pain, heartache, disappointment, there's someone, I feel, or a number of people who are ready to kind of show you your worth. And I feel like for some of you, you're going to be surprised about what you're attracting, because that's going to be somewhat of a reflection for you where you've settled in the past. So there's this sense of like kind of getting over that attitude of settling for something, or trying to be someone's, you know, pulling someone up, because when you reach down to pull somebody up, sometimes they can pull you down. And I feel like for some of you, you're coming out of that situation, you're realizing how you need to kind of maybe separate yourself, or love them from afar, love them at a distance. So some of you, I feel like you're creating a distance with someone that where there are deep feelings, but at the same time they're on a different wavelength, they're on a different, their compass may just be broken or stuck, or just stuck in one spot, and you're ready to move forward. But so for you, I feel like there's this climate you're coming into, and you're going to be ready for that change. But I feel like good things are going to be coming in that kind of helps you to kind of get over any past disappointments. That one connection could have really influenced how you felt about yourself, and even your sense of confidence. Okay, so I feel like that sense of confidence is going to be returning for you over the next 3 months, if any of you felt a loss in that, especially having to do with anything with business, creative, having that support, and also that validation that what you do are providing is useful, or there's there is an audience for it, there's a customer base for it, so that's, I feel like that will help you to kind of get over what someone's pessimism was trying to do to you at some point in time. So optimism returning, and definitely some type of success with some type of move, and stretching out of your comfort zone will be a positive thing for you. It just may put an end to the way things used to be with some people in your life. So that is the message I have for you. Let's get some advice from the Wild Offerings Oracle card. See what you can be releasing to the divine in regards to the situation. Travel. Okay, so let every aspect of this trip unfold in harmony. May divine order arrange and handle every detail. I'll be guided easily and follow the leads as they are shown. That's very fitting for this. Kind of very correlates with this compass card. Now, I also feel like for some of you, there may be some travel planning that someone's going to be cutting out of. If you are planning a trip, there's someone who is going to back out of it. But you will have a good time regardless. Okay, so that's the message that I just got to with this. There's someone who's kind of back out of making the plan, and that's really going to kind of disappoint you, but you're going to go ahead anyway, and you are going to have a really good time. And I also get a sense that this person will be regretting kind of what they missed out on, because they're going to be kind of seeing, like, photos, things that they've missed out on. But it also may change the nature of your relationship. It seems like a small thing, but it can happen as far as that goes, that person has got to get someone who's going to really kind of get in their feelings about their choice or their decision. But again, it's their decision. So wherever it goes, I feel like, again, this is just a sign for you to trust your heart, follow your intuition. And even if you need to go somewhere and you need to go on your own, you're going to have a good time. You're going to find the support, you're going to have fun, you're going to meet new people. There'll be a lot of people attracted to you, and it may even be that however, whatever happens was meant to be, because you'll realize that if this person came, they may have been a wet blanket, they may have been, there may have been this energy around you that would not attract either some new communications, or so there's something here with that. I feel that, again, and travel, let every aspect of this trip, again, even unfold in harmony. People who will support, is going to be supportive of what you're doing, where you're going. Okay, so that is your reading, Cancer. I do hope it was helpful, and if you would like a personal reading, the information is below. Don't forget, if this did not answer your greatest concern, check your moon or your rising. Thanks for watching. Take care.